Welcome everyone to this special program of The Shocker. I am Trin Cabris and I am joining you live today from the GSL studios, where tomorrow we will watch as the Onslaught take on the Crushers for the Season 2 SuperClash. I am joined today with a very special guest, my good friend Dak Kane.
Hello, Troon. It's good to be here. Love the way you decorated your office. Thanks for inviting me down today. Of course, I'd rather be here getting ready to play the game myself, but...
That's right, Dak. This time last season, we were preparing to take part in the biggest game of the season, the SuperClash against the Echelon. Unfortunately, not so this time.
Yes, we were. Well, maybe next year I'll be playing again, and of course you'll get to be here regardless. Well, but today's game is someone else's game, and I think it's going to be a good one.
Yes, it really should be indeed. Two of the strongest teams I have seen in Shockball to date. Many people this week have been saying that this is the SuperClash that we should have seen last season. And, looking at it on paper, it's hard to argue with that.
Well, last season was last season, and the sport moves on. I know firsthand both these teams play well. The Crushers' name is no understatement, and they hit hard and fast. The Onslaught, they play dirty. I think this SuperClash is going to be a very physical.
It's interesting to see both teams having a very strong run this season in their respective conferences, with both only having the one single loss for the entire season.
Yeah, both teams look good this season. They each played good offense and defense. It's going to be an interesting game, surely to be a close one in my opinion.
I think most importantly, the only time these two teams met this season, it was the Crushers that got up over the Onslaught by 4 points.
Yes, well, they both know how to stop an opponent. That's clear just by looking at the schedules this season. The Crushers I'm fairly well versed in, though. We played them 5 times. I still think I have a tooth over there somewhere. And, well, the Onslaught, they beat us by over 20 points. They both come to play aggressive and play to win. I hope we have good medics on hand.
Now, it is really hard to tell which way this game will go. As I said before, Crushers won their only matchup this season, albeit with the home field advantage, which of course they will not have, as the SuperClash is played at a neutral venue. Whereas the Onslaught, well, they dominate most of the team trackers lists. And if you have a look at those trackers, it's their players everywhere in the lists. So it should be very interesting to see what happens.
Well, Trin, the only thing for sure at this point is we will have great scenes for all this. I expect this will be the game people talk about for some time to come. Or, well, at least till next season.
Dak, would you agree Han Daragon and Jinx Tehoga are the key players for their respective teams?
Jinx is a cool customer. He's going to hurt you all over like a well-trained fighter. Han, he's just going to come at you like an angry mugger. This is one guy you don't want to meet in a dark alley. Stopping these two will be critical for the opposing coaches.
Well, no matter what happens, it certainly will be very interesting to see. Personally, I can't wait. We'll be right back after these messages. Transgalmag Industries and Mandel Tech, major sponsors of the CSL. Welcome back. Dak, it's certainly been an interesting season so far to date.
Lots of changes on and off the field made this season. It was a great one. Well, at least for most. Maybe not our old team.
Certainly. It's been a particular low point to see the fall of the Rangers this season.
For sure, Trin, losing key players is never good, but there was hardly any life in that team at all. Did the league marshal ever go and check them for a pulse?
Dead on arrival, I heard. But yes, Dak, at the end of the first season, Rangers lost their main group of players in Xavier Bourdain, yourself, me, and a couple of others that obviously had to go for various reasons. And they've just never been able to recover from that. And you really have to feel for them, because playing in the elite TGM league, they've basically got half a team of rookies.
Yeah, and this isn't really a league to learn on the go in either. But hopefully they'll get some success in their new league. Although after watching some of the games there last season, it's not going to be a walk in the park there either. I wish them luck. They have a lot of work ahead.
Yes, indeed. I think new Rangers owner Drake Wolf is in for some very tough times rebuilding the once mighty Rangers.
Well, as we saw this season, Shockball is full of surprises, so, who knows? Interests are peaking in the sport now, and there's nothing but good things ahead and more shocks in store. Also this next season, you can't count out some of these newer teams that are being helmed by veteran players. Their experience is going to weigh heavily on these matches, I think.
Oh, don't forget the newest expansion team announced, the Steampunks, with Ragnus Diot at the helm, with Donna Kebab as manager. Now there's a scary thought for some teams.
For me, it'll be interesting to see how the Crusaders and the Guardians play with the big boys. The game is played the same, but I will tell you from experience, they better bring the Bacta if they hope to play with the likes of the two teams we're playing today. It will be real interesting to see how they fare.
Yes, I agree. It will also mean some nail-biting times ahead for both the Flares and the Supernova. Flares only managed 2 wins for the season, and it's only because the Rangers had such a paltry season of no wins whatsoever that they've managed to avoid the cut. And of course, Endor, the Supernova, they've only just missed the drop by a solitary tied game, and that's something they're going to have to look into. Now, of the two, Supernova should have the easier of it. I do not see the Crusaders having a prolonged stay in the TGM League, unfortunately for them, because that Outer Rim Conference is mighty tough to crack into. The Guardians, though, on the reverse side, in the core worlds, I think they're with a good chance of staying up, because they've really got a good mix of experience and talent, and I think they're really going to have to force the Flares to fight for survival.
Yeah, it could be another season of the dominant and the dominated for sure. The strong getting stronger and the weak, well, who cares about the weak?
So Zach, finally then, your tip for the SuperClash tomorrow. Who's going to take it out?
Well, Troon, I have been thinking about this one, mainly because I knew you were going to ask. I have to say the Crushers here, though. They played us and everyone else they played this season hard all along. I think they're going to come in here with a dominant edge. I think they're going to make this game a physical brawl. Look for some nice scores here and there, but lots of blood. I would call it the Crushers 47, Onslaught 38.
Yeah, I don't really know myself, but my tip would be on Crushers also. I think they've just got a little bit too much in the tank, but I don't think there'll be much in it. Under 5 points, I think. I don't think the spread will be quite as much as what Dak is making out it to be, but no matter what happens, it should be a great matchup. Join us here tomorrow for the SuperClash for a live broadcast, and don't forget to get your bets in. I'm Trin Cabris. This is Dak Kane. Good evening.